What is up, gamers? FCast and Chill here. So I've gone a little bit crazy over the last month or so, just grinding out challenge mode CoX solo like a maniac, and I have gotten some pretty good loot. I want to show you guys, but before I do that, I do want to mention I am going to be doing a 100 million GP giveaway at some point, and if you want to find out how to enter that, please stay tuned for later in the video. But anyway, the last time I had a video that was loot from 100 solos challenge mode CoX, and you can see here on the screen, this is the total loot that I had after that. So this includes 200 normal solos, and then another 100 challenge mode after. And so the loot tracker, you can see it's about 474 mil, not too bad at all, and lots of regular supplies as well. But there's not really a ton of purples there so far. You know, you could see like quite a few prayer scrolls and only 3 non-prayer scrolls. The ancestral legs were really nice, but yeah, hopefully in these next 200 CMs that I did, going up to 300, I got some good stuff. But let's go ahead and dive into it and just start showing some of the loot. And starting off here at kill count 101, we got another dex scroll, which, you know, I'm gonna take it. That's about 4 or 5 bonds, so I'm not gonna complain about that one bit. And here at 107 kill count, I got another arcane prayer scroll. This is the only purple that is always disappointing to see. It's not worth very much and is just taunting me like this could have been anything better. But that's okay. I mean, I'm gonna get plenty of them on my way to get to T-bow. I think I mentioned before, but I am going to be camping solo CM CoX until I get a twisted bow because I really want one for my Iron Man, which, you know, may be crazy, because these kills take maybe on average about 48 to 50 minutes, but hey, I want the twisted bow. Quite a bit later here at 132, I got an ancestral hat, which was a new log slot for me, so pretty nice. This was actually from the raid that I did for recording my guide, so I did make a solo CM guide recently, and I was rewarded with an ancestral hat, kind of cool. It's not a max hit with my ancestral legs, so I'm not going to be bringing it into the raid, but once I get the ancestral top, then I'll probably bring all 3, because then it would give me another max hit. But still pretty cool. I'm glad to see it. And of course, another arcane really soon after that here at 134. Having a very long dry streak right now, unfortunately. I mean, it's about 1 in 14 or 1 in 15 for a purple if you do it deathless. And I don't do that every time, I do occasionally die, but now we're pushing over 30 since the last purple, so hopefully we get something soon. And here is a dex scroll at 167, so not too bad, more bonds. And of course we have another arcane here right after that at 171. And then here at 188 we got another ancestral hat. That's pretty nice, I guess, more bond money, but I wish it was something new. It feels like it's been quite a while since I've gotten something new. But yeah, we're just gonna keep going, hopefully something soon. Alright, and here we go at 199. We got some dragon claws, and you can tell that these are a big deal if you look at the clan chat at the bottom, spammed with grats. These are actually amazing. I'm super happy to get this drop finally. It felt like I was going dry and just getting a bunch of garbage for a while, but this is going to be extremely useful. I'm actually going to bring them into the raid, and they're going to help out a lot. So let's actually show how that's going to work out. But I'm so excited to get these dragon claws. It's the best spec weapon in the game. They just deal out damage like crazy. So let's go try them out. Alright, so now that I have dragon claws, this is my new setup for going into CM. So you can see I have the claws here, I have no more open inventory spots, and we're going to test them out. And here at Vanguards, this is the first place the claws become useful. So you have 100 spec energy coming in here, because after you prep, it's all regenerated. And so once I damage both of the melee and the maging Vanguards, what I'll do is I'll equip my claws and all my melee gear and get ready to smack the ranged guy. So let's see that in action. So here I've equipped all my stuff. Right when he comes up here, I'm gonna smack him. And you can see that was a very good hit. Got a lot of damage there. And then just immediately change to your Fang and you can keep hitting him. So that was really nice. And you can do that twice during the Vanguard's fight because you have enough spec energy. So here's another one right here. And then just change to my Fang and just keep going. So that's the first place claws are handy. Then the rest of the raid isn't going to change too much. Vespula, tightrope thieving, definitely unchanged from claws. But the big one that is really improved is Vasa. So going into the bottom floor here, you can see I have my claws with me. And so as Vasa spawns here, you know, I'm going to start out the usual way, just running around with my bowfish shooting him. But as he gets to the first crystal, I equip all my melee gear in the claws and spec it, and then immediately change to my Fang. And you can see that just does a ton of damage just right off the bat. And that makes these crystals die way more quickly on average. And so it makes Vasa a lot easier because he's going to regenerate less HP when you kill the crystals off more quickly. So it's actually made a huge difference. I still haven't gotten a PB since I got my claws, unfortunately, but you know, that has to do with just a lot of luck and RNG on other points. But it makes the Vasa room way easier. So let's see that other spec here on this crystal. And just look at that. That's like 80 damage right there in one hit. So yeah, you can see that crystal just completely got shredded. Very nice to see. So that's the main areas. There's one more place where I've been using my claws, and that's on the Mutadial room actually. So as I wrap up Mystics, my spec energy is fairly high again. And so what I'll do is I'll chop this tree at Mutadials like normal. You know, you're just chopping the tree, hanging out, and then using your trident on the baby Muta after each chop. But right when it dies, I'll actually equip my claws and spec him like this. And look at that. You can see that just did a ton of damage. So it helps him die a little bit faster. You know, it's not completely necessary to do this, but actually by the time I do that and then kill off both Mutadials, I'm usually back near 100% spec energy for Ulm. So I'd recommend doing that if you have some claws. But yeah, they make the raids a lot more comfy. I definitely don't mind them at all. Glad to have them. And I think it's time to get back to the loot and see what else we get. And back to the loot, you can see here at 201, just 2 kill count after I got the claws, I got another Arcane Prayer Scroll. It seems like those just keep popping up every time I get a purple, but hey, that's okay. I just got some claws, so I can't complain. Got another bit of a dry streak going on right now. Hopefully we'll get something soon. And here at 230, we got a Din's Bulwark, which kind of sucks because I already have one of those and it's only worth about 12 or 13 million GP, so it's not even good bond money. But I mean, it's something, I guess, better than just getting more like teak planks or whatever. But yeah, hopefully we get something else soon, but that's okay. Since I got those claws, I think my luck overall still isn't too bad. I think it's pretty decent, so definitely not going to complain yet. And here we are a bit later at 247 with another Arcane Prayer Scroll, of course, my favorite. And another Arcane Prayer Scroll at 256. Okay, at 278 here, I got another Twisted Kit. So these are actually, I believe, a 1 in 75 drop when you do challenge modes, and they let you recolor your ancestral armor. So this is my third. I have 3 now. So once I get my ancestral top, then I can have a full set of the recolored ancestral. So that's kind of cool. If I get extras, they don't do anything for me and they're not tradable, but you know, whatever. Good to have 3 now. And at 281, I got another Dex Scroll. You know, not my favorite drop, of course, but I'll take it. It's still bond money, better than an Arcane. And 289 here, I got a Dragon Hunter crossbow. This is pretty exciting. I'm not as happy about it as I was with the claws, but still pretty cool. I'm looking forward to using this. I've heard that this is actually really nice to use on Ulm on the head phase, because since it's a 5-tick weapon instead of the Bofa, which is a 4-tick, then you take less damage during the head phase, so I'm excited to try that out. Might have to go get some Dragon Bolts since I don't really have a ton. I've barely touched Vorkath on this account, so I'll probably need to do that at some point, but I have enough Dragon Bolts for a little bit, so I'm excited to try this out. I think I want to show you guys what Ulm is going to look like now that I have this Dragon Hunter crossbow. So now that I have a Dragon Hunter crossbow, you can see this is my new setup going into Ulm. And I'm actually only bringing 6 brews now because I'm also bringing along the Ava's device. And the reason for that is I just want to save my Dragon Bolts, and it helps out a lot. So I am going to actually, be taking only 6 brews into Ulm from now on. But the reason I think that's worth it is because during the head phase now, I'll get hit a lot less. And so that just makes things a lot more comfortable. And honestly, the head phase is where you take most of your damage. So this makes it a lot safer. So I'm just gonna get through this Ulm and we'll get to the head phase and I'll show it off how the Dragon Hunter crossbow looks. All right, and then here we go. This is the 3rd phase of Ulm dying. So let's go ahead and finish that off. Melee hand dies right there, and then just equip my mage gear, finish the mage hand off. So first I just equip all my gear, all my ranging gear, and then I'm just going to start attacking him. And so the way this works is you want to actually attack him and then just run across the room. Let me brew up a little bit first because my health's low. But you run across the room and then attack him again and just keep making his head turn. And you should only get attacked if you do it properly every other time you run across the room. So you can see when I'm running right here, I'm not getting attacked. But when I run left, I do. So I got attacked there. And then we're just going to hang out here, attack, and then run all the way across so that I don't get attacked. And then come back here, attack him again, and then just run back. And so this is way more manageable than the Bofa head phase. I'm just getting attacked a lot less. And the DPS, it's actually pretty similar to the Bofa. I think it does maybe slightly more depending on the ruby specs that you get. But yeah, it's just a lot more cozy. I do need to get used to it a little bit more because I'd been using the Bofa for so long. But yeah, I'm really excited to have this crossbow. It's also really helpful for combat achievements. I still haven't done many of the combat achievements at all. And it's going to come in helpful for, like Vorkath, Hydra, etc. for some of the speed kills. So I'm definitely going to be using it there. But anyway, we're just going to keep shooting this guy with this crossbow and wait till the head dies. But yeah, definitely a good new addition to my gear, and I'm pretty excited to have it. So let's go ahead and get back to the loot. We're almost at 300, so let's wrap it up. Now we're back at the loot, and let's finish up this 300. Hopefully we can get another purple before then. And then here we are going into Ulm for our 300th kill, so really excited. Hopefully, I'll get something good from this, but, if not, that's okay. I can do another 300 or even more. But yeah, just starting off the fight as usual and running around with my mage hand. You can see I've gotten quite a bit faster at doing some of these switches, just speccing the hand and then just switching back to my mage gear without really delaying things too much. I'm actually really, really surprised at how much better I've gotten at the game just from doing this so much. I feel like a lot more confident in my click accuracy, and all these CMs really have helped me improve, which is a nice added benefit. Like, let's see this one more time when I'm doing my switches for my hand. So you could see here, as I hit the mage hand, then I switch all to my melee gear, turn on piety, smack it, run back over here, switch back to my mage gear and augury and all that in time to stay in the cycle. So yeah, really nice to be able to do that now. Feels pretty good. I think it's going to help my grind for the Grandmaster Combat achievements later, definitely. But let's go ahead and wrap this up and see what we get from the big 300. And here's the head phase, very close to dying. Is that going to do it? And that is the last hit here. And there's the big 300. Never lucky, not another purple. But, you know, I got some, I guess, smithing XP or something. But yeah, that's it. That's number 300. I am all done now with the 300. Unfortunately, didn't quite get anything else after that Dragon Hunter crossbow, but overall, not too bad. Let's take a look. So first, this is my raid tracker. There's a plugin that's a raid tracker plugin for Rune Light that's really nice to see, and I have it filtered on CM only. So this is all my solo CMs that I've done, all 300, and you can see I got 19 purples there. On rate would be about 20 purples, so slightly below rate on purples, but out of those 19, you could see there's actually 8 arcanes there, and that's a bit unfortunate, but got some pretty good stuff in here, you know, a couple pieces of ancestral, some dragon claws, and then the crossbow, so can't complain too much. My total points here are a bit over 17 million just for CMs, and in total, my points are a bit over 22.3 million, including my normals, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Here's the regular loot that I got from all the CMs. So this is all 300 kill count, just the supplies and everything. And you can see even the non-purples are totaling up to 175 mil, so not too bad at all. And then here is my total CoX loot tracker. And so this is all 500 kill count from both the 300 CMs and 200 regular. And it's over 940 million GP. Pretty nice. Yeah, still missing 4 more purples. You can see on the collection log here that there's still quite a few things I need. But, you know, I am not too upset with it. I am missing a couple good ones. I really want that ancestral top and, of course, the twisted bow. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with where things are at for now. I do want the dust, too. Hopefully I'll get that before too long. But that said, so now I mentioned I was going to do a giveaway earlier, and so I've decided that when I get my twisted bow from doing these solo CMs, I am going to give away 100 mil to someone. And the way I'm going to decide that is if you just guess below in the comments what kill count you think I'm going to get my twisted bow at, whoever is closest will get 100 mil. If there's multiple people who tie, then you'll split the money between yourselves. But yeah, feel free to leave a comment below. Let's talk a little bit about the math. So far, I just checked and my total points are 22.8 million across the CMs and the normals. So if I put that in my calculator and actually see what chance that gives me of getting a T-bow, then once we do that math, we get that the answer is 53.4%. So what that means is out of 1,000 people that do as much CoX as I have done, 534 of them would have a twisted bow by now. So kind of sucks I'm in that bottom half, you know, that other like 460 whatever. But, you know, not too unlucky yet. Hopefully, you know, I can get it before it gets ridiculous. But yeah, on average, I should have a T-bow by now, but I don't. And so I'm just going to keep pushing. You can actually see here I'm ranked 770 now on the Iron Man Challenge Mode CoX leaderboards, and that's all from doing solos. A little wild, but I'm just going to keep sticking it out. I'm going to keep grinding these until I get a T-bow. I actually have a kind of fun series in mind after I get a T-bow that I'm going to start on this channel. I'm not abandoning my other Snowflake Iron Man series that I've worked on. That account's still progressing, but I'm going to start a new series once I get a T-bow, so hopefully it won't be too long. But yeah, feel free to comment below. Again, you can see my collection log here. This is the final result. You can see there I have 9 arcane scrolls, so I guess I got an Arcanine even though I wasn't playing Pokemon. But yeah, overall, other than that, I'm pretty happy with the results of these CMs. I definitely built up my bank value quite a bit. And again, you know, feel free to comment for entering in the giveaway, and please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the videos and want to see more of my content. That really helps the channel grow. And yeah, I will be back before too long with some more content, but I need to go grind more CMs because editing videos is time that I could be killing Olm. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I'll catch you guys later.